watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
Thank you for joining this video. My name is Charity Lambert and I'm a makeup artist and skincare consultant, and you may be one of my clients that I've sent to this video. In that case, hello again. And if you're not, stick around because I'm going to teach you how to properly apply IRIs. It is one of those products that I feel like if you don't know how to properly use it, you won't get the most out of it and you may end up not loving it. The first thing is you're going to get the bottle and you're going to realize how full it is. Okay, so it has a ceramic tip applicator. So this is a cooling tip. It's going to help to basically cause a little bit of constriction on the tissues because the cold always causes our pores to constrict. And so in the morning when you're using it and you're going back and forth, it really does help to pull back some of that puffiness just from the cooling tip itself. Now, if you have a fridge in your bathroom, someone may have one, you may want to keep it in there because the cooler it is, the better it works. So when you first get it, like I said, it will come very full. And so I always instruct my clients to take and open it up holding that little rim. So you pull it off like this and you won't have it squirt all over the place. The thing that I love about it is that it comes full. Like it doesn't come 3/4 full, it doesn't come half full. When you buy this product, you get a full tube of it, but just some people literally squeeze it as they're pulling the cap off and yeah, it's gonna go everywhere, I'm sorry. So once you pull the cap off, then you just wanna kind of do this, and usually a little bit is coming out already because it's so full. As you get using it and it starts to go down, I've probably got about a third left, you're gonna have to shake it and you'll feel it fall into the front, and then you just basically give it a little tiny squeeze and you're gonna have that. So that there is just the amount you need. Okay, so this is gonna be the instructions on how to use it now that I've shown you that little piece. So the way that IRIs works, there's a bunch of different ingredients in it. Some of it's, actually we'll talk about the journey after. I'm just gonna skip past that. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take water from your tap and you're going to pat the water under your eyes. It might be dripping, just gonna warn you. You just tap it underneath and then you open up your IRIs, shake it down, get the little bubble that I showed you, and you're gonna just push it onto the skin like this, and then you're gonna go back and forth. You're gonna do that maybe 5, 6, 7 times, and you might do too much at first. That happens, that's okay. At the end, you can pat it out. The second thing is, now this is where it depends on your skin type. Okay, so some people have oily skin or normal to oily, and they're often just fine, but it will all set and you're gonna feel it start to tighten and it's gonna move away the fluids that accumulate underneath your eye and your eye is gonna look a lot flatter. But there's some people, if you have really dry skin, they might find it's a little too tight and they're used to tight skin being an uncomfortable thing because they have dry skin. So if that happens to you and you feel it getting too tight and it's feeling almost a little uncomfortable or you're just not happy with it, then this is where One Drop Wonder comes into play. And that's another product that we carry. It's an oil. It absorbs really quickly. It helps things go into the cells better by using it together. So it will actually be useful for using it with your IRIs. It will also provide a little bit extra moisture, especially for those people that don't have a ton in their skin already. And it's gonna kind of loosen up the feeling of the IRIs tightening. You're still gonna get effect and it will still work. So don't worry about that. Some people want that tightening effect and they have oily skin and then they don't have to do this step necessarily. So if you are the person that needs to do this step, you're just gonna take your One Drop Wonder, push your little, and now take your IRIs. So you've put the IRIs on and it's not quite dry yet. And then you're gonna take and tap this right here, just a tap. And even that is probably more than what usually comes out. This is a full bottle. So it's about half a drop that you're gonna get on there, and then go right underneath and rub that on top. First of all, pat it on just to kind of get it there. And then you're just gonna wanna rub it back and forth the exact same way that you did the IRIs. And then once you're done, put your lid on, and then you just take your finger and you kind of just tap it out. Now, if you're one of those people, you're a bit aggressive and it's dripping down your face, just take that little bit of extra and use it on your lip, especially if you're a lady. As we age, we tend to get a lot of little lines on our lips. Don't waste it. Use it on your lips. Use it anywhere you need some wrinkle coverage. Sometimes I've patted it on here, especially if it's at nighttime. Just be careful using it on your face too much, because when you go to use your foundation or any other things, because of the way it's a gel and it's supposed to set to your skin and kind of hang out in the top tissues, providing all the goodness, it can start to peel if you're aggressive with putting things on top of it and rubbing your skin. So that's why I tend to recommend being a bit more aggressive at nighttime. In the daytime, being very careful how much you use past this point here. Now, if you're one of those people that when you put on your concealer, you realize that you're getting a little bit of pilling of the product, that tends to happen, I feel like, when your skin isn't, in the beginning, it's not quite used to the product yet, it's not fully absorbing it. Like iRise has ingredients that will help to slough off the dead skin cells under your eyes naturally, because we can't mechanically do it. So this is going to help do it. It releases the glue that holds them there. But until that happens, it's a bit of a barrier. So things don't soak in quite as much. And so sometimes you'll get a little bit more pilling. If that's you, then mixing your drop of One Drop Wonder with your iRise, even on your hand, and applying that is going to help to prevent that from happening. I find when you blend the two together, it doesn't really do that. And as your skin gets used to it and it absorbs more of it in time, I don't have that issue personally at all at this point. I've been on it for 18 months, but I think it was, it took me a handful of months to get to that point. So there's a few things that you have to do to play with it. It's not a faulty product, it's just the way that it works with the cells. So it has an ingredient called sodium hyaluronate, I can never say that word, in it, which is gonna pull 1,000 times its weight in water to the surface, which is why it's great for it to be hanging out where it is, because it's gonna pull water into, the cells will just take in all the water around it, which is why you wanna have that water on the surface first when you apply your iRise, because it's gonna pull in that extra water right into the cells, plumps the cells back up. So if you can picture a raisin plumping up, so all into your skin, it's going to naturally reduce the appearance of those fine lines, because it's going to just puff back up all the cells that are getting a little geriatric and older and sadly turning into raisins. So it will help to reduce the lines. And then over time, it's going to help keep the lines away, because you're constantly puffing up the skin cells back to the beautiful, youthful size they should be. So there is other things that help improve the firmness, help with the lipid layer. So as you go, I find my under eye doesn't require quite as much moisture, but depends on the time of year too. In Canada, I feel like we have times where it gets so dry, and if there's no water for it to suck, often it will pull it from the external environment as well, but there is none. It's gonna pull it from inside your skin tissues, which is what creates a little bit of that tightening feeling that some people aren't happy with. So like I said, if that happens to you, now you know what to do. If it doesn't happen, you can just get away with just straight up iRise. They are amazing products together. I have had unbelievable results, and I'm gonna just show you the picture right now of the difference. I was 32 in that photo, and I'm 38 right now, and that's what I came back from. It is kind of mind-blowing, because I've actually reversed my age 6 years just by using this product for the last 18 months. So the goal for you is to stay consistent. Don't give up. And if you have any questions, you can email me or make a comment below. I've had people that weren't using it properly for the longest time, and once they started to, they got the full results that they were wanting, and they were much happier. It's just there's a little bit of a learning curve, because it's like anything that is medicinal in nature. Sometimes it depends on the person you are, the way that you need to use it for you. So anyways, I hope this was helpful, and if you're one of my clients, just shoot me a message if you have any other questions that I didn't cover in this. If this is something that you've just stumbled across and you're curious about iRise and you want to order some, I'm going to put the link down in the description below. If this was something that you enjoyed, please subscribe for more, and we will hopefully see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.